Welcome to Jazara for Dummies. It is the 3rd of April 2025. Let's look at today's news from Professor William Liebenberg. Please like, share and subscribe. Join our Telegram group in the comments below. Also, see in comments attached links. Thank you. Let's go. Currency wars. The tariffs are here and the cabal's fiat dollar must collapse. The erosion of trust. The times are changing. For years, I have exposed the dangers of the West's growing reliance on sanctions and the blatant weaponization of the financial system, freezing sovereign reserves and eroding global trust. These are not acts of diplomacy but signals of a crumbling world order. How can countries not unite in an environment like this to seek alternatives? In just 1 year, the U.S. fiat dollar has lost over 35% of its purchasing power against gold, driven largely by central banks aggressively stockpiling bullion. This is no longer a trend. It's a warning shot, and Jazara for Dummies proud themselves to point these fundamental trends out. All this is unfolding as BRICS nations grow more unified, and fractures deepen among Western allies. The global balance isn't just shifting, it's unraveling. Many people were surprised yesterday when Japan, South Korea, and China signaled they would jointly respond to the United States tariffs. Who are the two biggest owners of U.S. treasuries among countries? 1. Japan. 2. China. Members across Europe are voicing their unease with this current economic flexing environment. Nations are racing to secure critical minerals, not just for supply chains but for sovereignty. As many are beginning to realize, true sovereignty starts with one thing: zero counterparty risk. That path leads straight to gold. The USA's hegemony is coming to an end and the world is moving towards multipolarity. The final Q military intelligence plan and gold will force every country into sheer sovereignty whilst obliterating every NWO ideology and institution as we enter the next phase. Jazara. Trump's Saudi Arabia trip is unrelated to potential talks with Putin and the Kremlin. In the past months, the US and Russia held 2 summits in the country discussing feasible diplomatic means to possibly end the Ukraine war. This is for undercover Saudi petrodollar collapse talks with bin Salman, which is the real reason. BRICS is the Trojan horse to be blamed by Trump publicly, whilst it was all along the plan to use BRICS to collapse the cabal's fiat dollar so that Trump can magnificently save America's economy. The golden warfare tactical divergent, create the problem and give a superior solution. That solution is to get the cryptocurrencies and stablecoin regulations passed ASAP, then collapse the cabal's fiat dollar and systems, and then the big one: save the day with the new Ripple Dollar RLUSD, which is backed by gold, BRICS and tariffs are the two enforcers, whilst Ripple's RLUSD and XRP are the two solutions. Now pay attention to what started yesterday, April 2nd. Trump says farmers were brutalized all over the world. Canada imposes a 250 to 300% tariff on many of our dairy products. Australia bans American beef. Yet, we imported $3 billion of Australian beef just last year alone. That's why we have that amount of debt over our heads. We're not going to take it anymore. I cannot stress it enough. Trump is putting an extreme focus on farmers and the South African Boer. Farmers will be used as a tool to bring attention to global farmers. Trump showed the size of mutual fair tariffs on the table. China, 34%. European Union, 20%. Vietnam, 46%. Taiwan, 32%. Japan, 24%. South Korea 25%. Thailand 36%. Switzerland 31%. Indonesia 32%. Malaysia 24%. Cambodia 49%. Britain 10%. South Africa 30%. Brazil 10%. Bangladesh -34%. Singapore 10%. Israel 17%. Philippines 17%. Chile 10%. Pakistan 29%. Sri Lanka 44%. Tariffs on the BRICS countries are to force regime changes, e.g. South Africa's pro-communist ANC and EFF parties, as well as the pro-globalist DA party, Brazil's pro-globalist Da Silva party, China's CCP, Xi being an alliance partner and must not be seen to promote the CCP, etc. Russia is not on the list of countries against which the US introduces customs duties on a reciprocal basis. This alliance party is sound and in good standing with Trump. Inside the US Congress, the globalists are hopelessly fighting back. Senate votes to block Trump's Canada tariffs, nullifying Trump's emergency declaration on fentanyl he's using to implement tariffs. Measure unlikely to pass at its next stop, the GOP-controlled House. Israel removed all tariffs on U.S. goods yesterday. Today, they were hit with a 17% reciprocal tariff. White House official: Israel has long promised to lower its tariffs, and we've waited nearly 50 years for it to happen. If you really want to go down the Israel rabbit hole, then read Saving Israel for Last. My advice to every country right now is do not retaliate. If you do, there will be escalation. Treasury Sec. Bessent on Trump's tariffs. He was also asked about markets down after Trump's tariffs announcement. We're putting ourselves back on a sound trajectory. Washington is introducing customs duties on all countries on a reciprocal basis, Trump said. The American president's speech on tariffs began near the White House. He said that the customs tariff for all countries would be 10%. According to the U.S. president, Washington will use trillions of dollars of revenue from mutual tariffs to reduce taxes and pay down the national debt, and it will all happen very quickly. The global network of blockchain asset-backed cross-border payment systems, including Trojan horse BRICS all integrated with XRP, must now come online for the grand finale. You have more than you need. That sums up your Thursday news. Thank you for watching. See you tomorrow.